Morning. It's a Wednesday. I'm back in Rivelin Valley, heading this morning towards the remains of Wolf Wheel, and we'll see what we can see. I've parked at Rivelin Cornmill car park, and I think it's about half a mile's walk from here. So, back on the trail. You know, I should have bought a picnic down here today. I'm definitely going to do that at some point. So we're back in the valley, heading to the Wolf. So, I was originally planning this series to be quite episodic, one episode per old water wheel site, and then I've rethought it, because it's a summer journal. I'm probably going to be sort of doing that, but I'm also going to be jumping around, because I'm going to spend most of the summer down here, so be all over the place. So heading to Wolf Wheel Dam, which is one of the largest in Rivelin Valley and a very popular spot, so let's hope it's not too busy. Usually at this time of the morning you only get a few dog walkers about. But as I said, at the weekends, particularly bank holidays, you cannot move for tourists. I made a film about water wheels back in 2002. I'll link you to it on here. You'll find it on the YouTube channel. Some of it was actually filmed in the Rivelin Valley, particularly around the Rivelin Dam, and I did some at Hind Wheel site as well, which we will get to later on this journey. As I said yesterday, the great thing about here is the lighting changes all the time, because most of the trail, or a good percentage of it, has got a canopy of trees over it. So when the sun moves, it moves all the shadows and it changes all the light, and it's constantly changing. This is definitely a filmmaker's dream down here. I mean, look at that. Just look at the range of shades and colours and depth. Great place to shoot a feature film. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Rivelin Valley Trail. The Rivelin Valley Trail. The Rivelin Valley Trail.
And here we are, just past Frank Wheel. We've arrived at the site of the Wolf Wheel, which has one of the biggest dams, as I said. Here's the head goit, heading east, leading right, into a rather splendid dam. There's been quite a lot of damage down here that was done by Storm Babette a while back. Certainly a lot of trees came down, including this one across the river at the other side of the Wolf Wheel Dam. So as you can see, this is a very large dam. As good as new, I would say. On the lookout for wildlife along here. Haven't seen a great deal since I started filming this on YouTube. But it is only May. Might get a lot more happening later in the summer. So just coming up to the eastern end of Wolf Wheel Dam and the site of the Wolf Wheel. Now, it's actually been a while since I've been to this particular site, so I can't remember what's left. So here's... oh yes, we're right at the top of the wheel pit here. It was right here. And there's some, looks like some ruined buildings down there, big pile of stones. So, yeah, let's up here. Yeah, this would have been where the pen trough would have been to feed the water wheel. And I would have been standing just above it here. And there's the tail goit, you can just see through the undergrowth going down there. Ruins of buildings over there. I'm sure I've got some black and white pictures of what this used to look like, so there will be some before and after pictures appearing at regular intervals in this series. So there's still water flowing down the tail goit from Wolf Wheel. Let's follow it and see where it joins the river. So yeah, the site of the Wolf Wheel, that would have been a very busy place back in the day. Nature, of course, has reclaimed the wolf. So I found the rest of the tail goit from Wolf Wheel, just heading downstream. Seems to be a fairly long tailgate. Tailgate, why do I keep saying tailgate? Tail goit. So the tail goit comes out here as we're heading downstream on the left of this footpath. And it joins the river back here. Now this is the site of an old weir that has been somewhat wrecked. There's only sort of bits of it left, and the water level has dropped right down here. As we can see, I'll show you the sluice gate for the next dam. So I'm actually standing on this weir, which at one time would have had water flowing over it. Doesn't look like it's seen water for quite a while. And this is the modern looking sluice gate that feeds the next dam. Rather dry around here. So, back in the day, my feet would be wet. Water would be flowing over this part of the weir, which is now being reclaimed by nature. Because it's broken through in the middle. Now I wonder if there's any plans to restore that. Here's where the weir's just broken through in the middle, so consequently the level behind the weir can't get up to its original level. Yes, the weir has been completely decimated here. I'm standing right in front of the sluice for the next dam. Had this area been as it was normally, with the river up to the level of the weir, I would be standing in about a foot of water, I think, at this point. Don't think that's going to happen again for a while. So we're at the sluice gate for the head gate for the next water wheel further downstream, and of course, because the sluice gate is now isolated, it's all rather dry. So we're right at the western end of the next dam along the Rivelin Valley Trail, which will feature in the next episode. It looks completely dry and overgrown, but we will find out more when I return, I'm going to make my way back to Rivelin Cornmill car park now. So I hope you're enjoying this journey so far. I live literally about 100 metres away from part of the Rivelin Valley Trail, so I'm here practically every day walking because it's just so nice. So if you've never been here, check it out. It's the finest part of Sheffield. So if you want to walk the Rivelin Valley Trail, it's 3 miles in total, from Malin Bridge all the way up to the site of Rivelin Cornmill, which is a junction of Rivelin Valley Road and the Manchester Road, the A57. Haven't seen any ducks on this particular dam. Maybe will later in the summer, but no, it's all a bit quiet. Oh, here's what appears to be a dam overflow for Wolf Wheel. That's an old structure running down into the river. I don't know how deep the dam is at that point, but if I drop my camera, I'm going swimming. So the sun's actually gone in as I'm making my way back to Rivelin Cornmill site, and as I said, the light changes all the time. It's just amazing. Passing Frank. Say hello to Frank. You'll find these marker posts along the whole of the Rivelin Valley Trail. There's one for each of the water wheel sites, with information provided by Rivelin Valley Conservation Group, and posts sponsored by Frank Hill and Anne Hill. The earth has music for those that listen. You know what I notice about the Rivelin Trail, which is amazing? There's never any litter here, and I've never seen any litter pickers either. So I think people generally respect this place and don't treat it like a bin, which is great. Well, it's just started to get quite busy. Looking down on the trail near the upper coppice wheel, lots of people out exploring. As I said, it does get very busy here at certain times.
Down in Rivelin, where the slowest gates rust. Down in Rivelin, the water wheels are dust. Down